Hello everybody in YouTube land, this is the 26 Pig, and this video is going to be all about NASCAR. Yay! Let's have applause. Okay, moving on. Basically in NASCAR is basically Jimmie Johnson is in the lead in the points. And he's probably going to win this thing, and win the points lead, and win the cup, and win everything. Because it's freaking Jimmie Johnson and Chad Knaus and the 48 team and Rick Hendrick, and everybody can't beat them, so that's just me. But he's probably going to win it. No surprise there. Yes, they have 3 races to go, but, you know, he's going to win it because he's got a 100-point lead over Mark. And, you know, he's not going to come back unless he pretty much screws up really bad, which I think he's not. Because he basically, I guess, he's all right at Texas, I guess, and Phoenix. And so he's going to do good. But the big thing I really want to talk about is freaking Talladega. If you missed that race, man, you need to watch it. You need to go back and find some way to watch it. Because it was awesome. It was like the best race ever. Freaking, the thing I didn't like about it was NASCAR coming down and saying you can't bump draft and stuff like that in the corners and everything like this. And saying it an hour before the race. I mean, come on. But you knew it that was coming and that was going to happen. So, it was a good race, besides them bump drafting in the corners. But they still could bump draft in the straightaways. And so, it was still good. They still could have a race. But the funny thing is, with what happened in the race is, the freaking cars got in single file. Freaking, through the whole race, it's like single file lines showing, okay, you won't let us bump draft or race anyway that way, so we're going to do this and show NASCAR. Here, which is going single file and just run laps the whole race to show NASCAR, what you going to do now? So, I thought that was hilarious. It was really funny. But they did do 3 and 4 wide going down the straightaways and in the corners. It was good racing and everything, and freaking the ending of the race was probably like the best. Yes, I didn't want to see Newman wreck, but I mean that was a cool wreck though. Freaking him getting messed up and Stewart getting hitting him because he hit something, and it just went crazy, and him flipping over backwards and hitting Harvick's car, and him riding upside down up the track and down the track, and they had to cut him out of the car. And it was very exciting. It was very exciting. Then freaking 3 laps to go, they go around like once, freaking big crash. Mark Martin goes toppling over, people crashing all over the place. Freaking Jimmy did not get in the wreck. He was ahead of it. He was 1 car ahead of it. And I wanted him to wreck really bad, but he didn't. And so it was a big wreck, and it was very exciting. You should watch it. It was very exciting. Oh man, that wreck had everything. It had good racing. It freaking had crashes. It freaking had controversy. It was very exciting. If you didn't know who won, Jamie McMurray won, which is always good. Because he's freaking out next year, out of Roush Fenway, which I think is a very bad thing. Because he has to find a freaking job, looking for another car, which is very slim. There's been rumors he's going to be in the 1 car, but still a rumor though. Another thing is freaking him. He's out. Freaking Ray Sorensen's out, which I think he got screwed during his whole thing where he wasn't getting paid and everything, which I think he got screwed. That's just me though. He has to look for a job next year, looking for a car. Good thing is, freaking Brad Keselowski is in the 12 car. David Stremmy's out. Keselowski's in. I think they want to talk to him about his rough driving, but come on, it's Keselowski. Look at what he's done in the Nationwide Series. Man, great. He finished, I think, 8th at Talladega, racing for the 09 team, which is good going into Penske and showing he can actually be in the top 10, which I think is a good idea. Him racing in the next year, racing for them and in the Nationwide Series still, which I think is good. But I think the big thing that's happening, freaking Danica Patrick coming to NASCAR, freaking ESPN has been all over that. And I think she's joining JR Motorsports, but I'm not sure if that's what ESPN said. But her coming in and freaking her being as big as she is, I think it's going to be doing good for NASCAR because get more females in NASCAR and having more of a more ethnic thing like other motorsports have. I mean, they have Pablo and they have Ambrose. They could have a little bit more Pappas, but he's part-time though. But I think she's going to be probably good. She has to learn how to drive a stock cars because freaking IndyCar is totally different from stock cars because they're heavier and fast and slower than Indy cars. Because freaking Juan Pablo took 3 years to get good as he is now. Because when he first started, he was not that great. From what I've seen, because I got into NASCAR this year, so I'm just guessing on that. They said it took him 3 years to get good at stock car racing. Same thing with Sam Hornish. He's in his second year. Probably maybe next year he's going to do good. Sam Hornish will. Scott Speed is another one. I think, like I said before, she's probably going to be a good thing for NASCAR, but it's probably going to take a long time to learn how to drive it. But she's still going to do IndyCar, which I think it's going to be, it's like her going back and forth is going to be probably hard for her to switch back and forth because there's totally different cars. But I think it's a great idea. I think that's going to be good for her, especially when she's going into the Nationwide Series. I think that's going to boost that series to get them more exposure and have more people go to their races. And I think Nationwide probably, other than the Truck Series, has like the best racing. Hands down. Hands down is probably Trucks, Nationwide, and Sprint. Yeah, I gotta be hard about the Sprint Cup. The Sprint Cup because you got the tracers in there, you can't really run that hard and everything. But freaking, and you need to watch the Truck Series and the Nationwide Series because those guys freaking race as hard as they can, and it's a good series. They don't give them that much credit, but you need to watch those two series. So, other things, freaking, like I said in the beginning of the video, Jimmy Johnson's probably going to win the title. It's going to be his 4th. So, that was pretty much about this video. So, comment. So, I'll see y'all later.